Roses are red, violets are blue, the Royal Giant is good in Clash Royale, what's new? As you guys can see, 3 people using the Royal Giant inside of the top 10 here, inside of Clash Royale. It doesn't matter that there's heroes in the game, guys. It doesn't matter that evolutions are getting added every single whenever the hell they get added nowadays, because obviously now with heroes I don't know when we're getting evolutions added, but the point is, guys, with the game always changing, one thing that stays consistent is how good the Royal Giant is. It's kind of similar to the Hog Rider, guys. No matter what meta it is, the Hog Rider's always dominating the top of ladder, and it's really the same as the Royal Giant as well. So we're just going to cycle skeletons here, and then we can hunter same lane as the witch. Not really sure what this is. I guess we'll have to see. The witch has proven to be really good this meta, especially with the pump and the hero giant. It has been absolutely crazy in that deck. He's going to have a furnace, so this is looking like it's probably going to be a graveyard deck if I had to guess, which probably isn't that bad of a matchup because we do have the E-Spirit for the graveyard. He does have the Golden Knight, though, so that's kind of making me question if this is even a graveyard deck now, because typically Golden Knight wouldn't be used in a graveyard deck unless it's Graveyard Freeze, but I don't really know. Maybe I'm overthinking things. He does have a Bar Barrel, though, so Bar Barrel, some kind of, it looks like a graveyard control deck by the looks of things. I'm kind of gonna stick to my initial gut and assume that it is a graveyard deck, if I had to guess. That's my gut reaction. So we're just going to get a Barbara going here. Really good value on top of the E-Spirit, as well as the Witch, guys. And I guess, I kind of want to RG, but it seems better to wait, especially because you just cycled a Furnace. I guess we'll just hold off a bit. That's going to kill that. And, we could go in for it soon, but I think it doesn't hurt to be a little bit patient. So we'll just go for a Fisherman here, and then we'll see what he does. That's going to pull in the Golden Knight, and he is going to go for a Bar Barrel. I guess we could just go Skeletons like this, and then we could go in for a Ghost here. Golden Knight ability gets wasted. And now, guys, we'll go in for the RG because we do have the Evo Ghost coming in as well. We do kind of play it right into a Witch, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at least it does get rid of this hut here, which I guess is pretty good. And we could just go for a Bar Barrel here on top of the Witch as well as the Spear Goblins, getting us some pretty good value. And what? Why does, what? Why does he have a Hog Rider? Hello? Okay, that was like one of the least expected win conditions I was thinking he had. I thought that he had, okay, I could have seen him even having like a Battle Ram or like a Ram Rider because he's got like some sort of bridge spam looking deck, but a Hog, I beg your pardon, I was not anticipating that. We're definitely going to go in here pretty aggressively because that Lightning was aggressive, and we're going to try to get some damage here. This is a pretty bad matchup, I'm not going to lie, but we're going to do our best. I think it's bad primarily because his Lightning, now that I know he's got that, gets him some really good value, and the Witch is really annoying to deal with as well, obviously. So there's just kind of a lot that that we just got a lot of crap we got to deal with, essentially. So Fireball here, and he is going to go for a Lightning. I guess we'll just Hunter this. We'll go in for a Bar Barrel here. And that Golden Knight didn't really do anything, which is good for us. I guess we're going to have a really hefty counter push coming in here, which hopefully does, pose a bit of a threat. But again, this Witch is really obnoxious, I have to say. The Witch is really, really fucking annoying. We're going to Bar Barrel this here. And let's see. I guess we could go same lane as the Furnace. This is going to be a close match for sure. I guess we'll cycle an E-Spirit in the back. We probably got to get an RG going in the back, if I had to say. Maybe Fireball here on top of everything. Yeah, that's pretty decent for us over there. We could just cycle a Ghost in the back here. He is going to get a Witch going. I guess we're going to Hunter here, and we'll see what he wants to do. Bar Barrel does get forced out of him, which is pretty cool, I guess. And we are going to get a dual lane pressure push coming in here. He didn't anticipate that. 200 IQ play, so that's good for us. Fireball here on top of the Witch. And we are getting a lot of damage. Nice. We do got to watch out for this push coming in the left lane, though, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, bar barrel here. We are going to defend, and we're looking pretty good here at this point. I think we are going to be able to get the win. Oh my gosh. Yeah, very stressful match, but we are going to win. That is a good matchup for him. I'm very positive about that. That is a good matchup for him, but we were still able to get the win. We played pretty well. He kind of failed to defend that double RG, I feel like, and that allowed us to come out on top. Really good stuff over there. All right, we found our next game here against Nemo from Anti-Jinx Snipe. So I guess he's the guy that is trying to prevent Jinxie from getting sniped. Okay. So it's a Jinxie fan, basically. I gotta make sure I'm following along here. So he's running minor minions. It's probably gonna be some mortar or Meganite deck, maybe, if I had to guess. I'm going RG because the minions are actually one of the best counters to the Royal Giant, because you don't really have a good response to them except Hunter, so you really gotta be mindful of those and sometimes try to go in when you have a chance. We're just gonna go for skeletons here. I don't want to overcommit on top of the spear gobs. That's why I didn't go for ghost. I'm fine taking one spear gob shot. It's not really the end of the world. He's gonna go for a bar barrel here, so I guess we could go for a ghost and then see what he wants to do. This is probably gonna be a really difficult matchup, but if we play well, we can win, but this should be a good matchup for him. Minor minions tends to do pretty good against Royal Giant, but if we don't make a mistake and he does, then it's definitely winnable. I also don't really know why he split the minions. I guess we could probably just Royal Giant in the back here, try to get a nice little E-Spirit going, and he is going to go in for the wall breakers. Hopefully this Hunter can clutch up. Please, let's go. W Hunter. Good looks. We're going to try to get a nice little ghost going here, and then we have bar barrel at the ready too. This could be a little annoying for him depending on what happens, although the Skeleton King ended up clutching up for him pretty nicely, unfortunately. The Skeleton King does get a lot of value against Royal Giant, I'm not going to lie. It does oftentimes get quite a lot of value. It's kind of a nice... Oh, okay, well that ability didn't do very much. The Evo Skarmy is going to be a nuisance too. I don't know how we're going to deal with that, like straight up. Okay, good defense there, I guess. I'm kind of scared of... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I don't know how we're going to deal with this. This is like straight up... Like, that's... Bro... I'm telling you, man, the Evo Skarmy is the scariest Evo in the game. It, like, gives me a heart attack every time they play it. We got a RG in the back again. Yeah, as you guys can see, this is why this matchup is very challenging, because I feel like going in is difficult, and then it's hard to defend as well. It's definitely a very difficult matchup, but I'm going to do my best. Obviously, it's very hard. Yeah, and he decides to do that as well. Hopefully we can get some pressure going in here. Maybe it's time to go in for another Royal Giant. Does he go in for a poison here, maybe? I don't know. Nice, he just threw. Good stuff. He just went in for that on top of that. Fireball coming in here. That on top of that. Very nice commentary by yours truly. As you guys can clearly see, hopefully you've been enjoying the commentary. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go in for one more match here, see if we can get another dub. I usually don't, like, edit games out of the video, but I did have, like, a few losses in a row, and just to put it simply, man, I'm getting tired of this game, and I was, like, raging during them, saying some things I probably shouldn't have been saying, so I decided to just cut it out of the video. I've just been... very unmotivated to play this game sometimes recently after the update, and yeah, it's just been a little bit stressful, but also, you know, it's been spending time with friends and family more around the holidays as well, so I think probably it's kind of a good time anyway to take a break from this game a little bit, you know. We got, you know, Christmas coming up, also New Year's, even for those of you guys that don't celebrate Christmas, obviously. But I hope you guys are having a good holiday season. Those of you guys that, you know, do celebrate. And we're going to go in here, guys, because he did just use his cannon, which means his defense is not great in this situation. He is going to go in for a defensive drill. Hopefully we can rip right through it. And maybe even, yeah, we do get a lock on top of the tower, which is really cool, guys. We might even be able to win just off of this push right here. Really, really solid stuff. As you guys can see, might even be a game-winning push right there with the Royal Giant. And then we got Ghost for the drill as well, which means he's going to have a difficult time coming back, potentially, unless he gets, of course, a good Hero Knight ability. That's going to be his best bet at the moment. But even then, guys, he's got a lot of work that he's got to do. We've already taken over half of his tower, so we're looking pretty good. Very aggressive Goblin Demolisher that I don't even know if that's a good play. It might seem like it was, but I just feel like it was overly aggressive. And now... yeah, I mean, he went for the snowball, but he ended up, I mean, the RG still ended up connecting. So we're looking really good at this point. He's probably going to go for a drill here if I had to guess. There it is. And we might need a bar barrel here for the Demolisher just to ensure it doesn't connect. Really good stuff. And pretty much at this point, it should be GG. I think Fireball in the cannon, he's going to have to defensive drill. That's the only way he's going to defend this without taking damage because he doesn't have the Evo Snow in cycle. And sure enough, guys, that is going to be an easy win. Obviously, this guy made a lot of mistakes, didn't play very well. I'm not super high up right now. I haven't been grinding the game as much as I normally do, but maybe I'll try to go for a last-minute end-season push. We'll see, guys. But yeah, for now, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Going to be actually doing a 2v2 stream later today with one of my real-life friends, so that should be pretty fun. If things go according to plan, that'll probably be in a few hours. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. Make sure to like, subscribe, creator code BOSS, and peace.